Hey guys, I felt the need to make a video and possibly a few more videos regarding the economy. Basically because I don't have a lot of friends that like to talk about the economy, so I feel the need to vent a little bit on video, which is something I never really thought I would do. It's really dorky, I know, and very lame, but I'm going to do it anyway because the Facebook headings that I write are not cutting it. They're not really sparking any attention at all because people, like I said, they generally don't care. But yeah, I'm gonna do a video, and I'm basically just gonna do it in one take. I don't want to edit the video. I'm just gonna do it. So if I have a brain fart or if I'm stuttering, I'm gonna leave it in there. I'm sorry. The first topic I want to talk about is the money itself. The money itself is the key problem. What I mean by that is we have a fiat currency. That's our problem. Our fiat currency entails that the federal government can print as many $20 bills as they want, and it's not backed by anything. So there's a danger in that. That creates inflation. You know, you just print money at will. What we used to have before was a gold standard. So this money, that $20 bill I just showed, was actually backed by gold and silver, gold or silver. Meaning I can actually go to the bank and give them that $20 bill and say, you know, I want 1 ounce of gold. So they'll give you that gold coin that was $20 an ounce. $20 an ounce for a gold coin. And $1 an ounce for a silver coin if you had a dollar bill and you wanted 1 ounce of silver. That's perfectly fine. Now if you go to a bank and say, hey, I want something for my 20, they won't know what to do. They'll say, all right, what do you want? 4 5s? It's not backed by anything. It's worthless. It's just paper. It's exchanged for goods and services because that's what we made it to be, but really it's backed by nothing. Like I said, the problem with that is we can just keep printing dollars since it's backed by nothing. We just take it for what it's worth, whatever the number, the numeric value is on there. That's it. We take it for that. You can't exchange it for anything. So we couldn't just keep printing gold and silver. So that kept inflation in check. Now inflation has skyrocketed. And we're taught in schools that, I just realized I said rocketed, really weird. We're taught in schools that inflation is normal. It's a cycle, a vicious cycle. I shouldn't say vicious because it's actually encouraged in schools. And it's encouraged by our Federal Reserve Chairman. I can't imagine why. Ben Bernanke actually said, who was our Federal Reserve Chairman currently, it was previously Alan Greenspan. He recently said that I'm reading off a paper here there, a healthy inflation yearly rate is 2%. So we are taught that inflation is healthy. Not the case at all. Inflation is not healthy. Under a gold standard, we wouldn't even have it. They say it's healthy because it helps the government. It helps them. They don't have any limits really on spending projects. It helps them get reelected. It's amazing for them. They love it. You know, they can spend money on lavish projects and get all these new voters to get them reelected. That's instant job security. So to them, inflation, who cares? You know, just keep putting out misinformation for the public. It doesn't matter. So that's why you're seeing gas prices at $4 a gallon. It's not the Middle East. Very small portion of that was actually impacted by the Middle East. It's the devaluing of our currency, the U.S. dollar. That's why you can't go to the grocery store and spend a week's worth of real groceries for $80 anymore. Not a chance. And that's why, like I said, $20 at the bank. Go $20 at the bank. Back then, get you an ounce of gold. You think $20 will get you an ounce of gold now? Not even close. Not even close, man. It takes $1,500 for an ounce of gold, and same thing with silver. It's not $1 an ounce anymore. It's $35 an ounce, and it's gonna go up. It's not a bubble that people are saying. If you're familiar with the term bubble, it's not a bubble. It's not over-owned and overvalued. It is gonna go up. Next month, I'm predicting it's going to be at 40. June. Right now, it's May 19th. I'm creating this video. In June, it'll be $40 an ounce. Right now, it's $35. Gold will be well above $1,500, I believe, and we'll hit $1,600. It'll hit $2,000 eventually, and it won't be that long down the road. And it will be actually a lot more than that when our dollar collapses, which is I can't put a timeline on that, but it's going to. We can't sustain all the spending and all the borrowing from China. We're spending, or we're borrowing to consume. We're not borrowing to produce like we used to. So it's a big problem. We have huge debts, and they are very serious. And it's gonna collapse our economy, unfortunately, or collapse the dollar. So like I said, we'll be begging for $4 a gallon gas, despite what experts, economists, chief economists, and all of them, they suggest that prices are going to stabilize. The worst is over, but it's not. I read a chief economist that said prices will stabilize at $3.65 a gallon. I mean, I give him credit in this regard. That after he said that, prices did go down. There, I just saw by my house, $3.94 was the lowest one. So that's it went down. You know, it was about $4.15 or so there, $4.20, $4.30. I don't remember. So give him credit, it went down. I think they're gonna stabilize around $3.65 a gallon this summer. Hell no. Quantitative easing, what we're doing now, ensures that it won't happen. It ensures it. It's massive government spending, and they say it'll end in the third quarter this year. So they say that, but I definitely don't believe it. Don't believe what they say. They said that about the first quantitative easing. We're in the second one now. We're going to be in the third one. Whether they call it QE3 or not, quantitative easing, the third one, if they call it that or not, it's irrelevant. It's going to happen. Brace yourselves. The prices will not stabilize. The commodities will continue to rise because those commodities are directly linked to our dollars. Our particularly the gold and silver references I made, but also you look at oil, you look at cotton, you look at wheat. It's all going to go up, and of course it's going to have a trickle down effect because the price of our goods will have to go up too as oil goes up, and things like that. The cost of production is going to go up. So I also want to talk a little bit about inflation, since I'm rambling a little bit more about inflation. Carried on, because right now I haven't mentioned even the CPI, which is something that's frustrating me because a lot of people are sourcing it on the things that I'm reading and watching. You know, the consumer pricing index, you know, it went up, you know, 0.1%. So inflation isn't a problem. We should be more worried about deflation, but that's distracting us from the real problem. It's distracting us. Deflation is not going to happen unless we cut back spending tremendously, and we're not even serious about it. Right now we're arguing about $21 billion in cuts over 10 years, and our deficit is 14.4 or so, $14.3 trillion, and that is not even including unfunded liabilities like Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, which would be closer to $77 trillion that we owe and cannot pay. Well, we can't pay. We can just keep printing money, and that will pay our debts. I mean, then China will get a lot of dollars that will be worthless, and yeah, they'll be screwed. But if we do that, it'll crush us too, because it'll cost $1 million for a loaf of bread. So anyway, what I want to talk about really quick, I have a minute and a half, not even, are the CPI numbers. So I'm going to breeze through this. CPI numbers are phony, guys. It's not real gauging inflation. What they do is they don't gauge the numbers for oil. They don't gauge the numbers for energy in general. They take the smallest number that inflated in a product. Let's say toothpaste. I have 1 minute left, so I'm running through this, guys. Let's say toothpaste. There's 10 brands of toothpaste. They'll take, and 9 of them went up. 9 of them went up 10 cents in a month. One of them went down. One of them went down a penny. So they'll say, instead of saying that inflation was 9 cents, which was the average, instead of saying that, they'll take the lowest one and say, actually, toothpaste deflated a penny. And they'll do that across the board, and that is where we get our CPI numbers. It's bogus. They're hiding the inflation from us. We shouldn't be that stupid. We can't buy that. These things aren't going up by happen chance. The gas and everything isn't going up just, you know, from random fluctuations. It is not random. The government is doing this to us. The Federal Reserve is doing this to us in particular. And yeah, that's what they want to do. And I'm running out of time, guys. I'm willing to create more videos. The next one will be minimum wage laws. So just let me know, give me some feedback, debate, whatever you want. Thanks for watching.